Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm down at Stallars, joined by Mr. Sam Jones. Well, you was right about Lopez Lomachenko. Perhaps not the manner in the result, but you said Lopez would win.
Yeah, I always thought he'd win. Like, I know it's easy to say it, but I have always said, I've said it off camera as well. I always thought he'd win, and I spent a lot of time with him over the last few years, and he's exceptional talent. One of the most talented kids, if not the most talented kid I've ever seen in a gym. So I was confident he was going to win. But yeah, it's amazing for me. I think he's the youngest four belt holder in the history of boxing. So yeah, it's a huge achievement from him.
Well done on that one. Obviously, Fabio Wardley's down here today, and your guys, Joe-Joyce and Johnny Fisher, who've all done rounds together. Good sparring today?
Yeah, it was amazing sparring here. Fabio, we're really grateful for Fabio and his trainer to come down here. I think he sparred with Joe on Monday, yeah? He sparred with Joe on Monday. But yeah, amazing rounds to watch. I think you caught the end of him and Johnny's sparring, which was grueling. But yeah, look, Fabio's a really, really good fighter. And it's, as I say, we're grateful to have him come down.
I'm sure it's the same case for Daniel Dubois. Difficult to find sparring for Joe-Joyce. But how difficult has it been to find sparring for Joe in terms of Daniel?
Not really. Not really.
But you can't fly anyone in, and a lot of smaller fighters aren't going to be active because they're not fighting. They won't be willing to spar. So yeah. Yeah,
I mean, we've got some good sparring. We're going to get Martin Bacoli's going to come next week, which is always going to be interesting. Martin's a great fighter in his own right, so that's great sparring for Joe. We've got young Johnny Fisher, our new signing, Johnny Fisher. He's fast, strong. You saw him today yourself. He's very, very sharp. Good, strong jab. You're never going to find anyone to imitate somebody perfectly. And then we're going to spar Anthony Joshua, which is, I think Joshua's a better fighter than Dubois, so that's great sparring for Joe.
So that definitely will be happening. You're sparring Joshua.
Will be happening, yeah, definitely.
When's that going to be? Do you know?
I'm not telling you that. Informer.
I ain't going to turn up.
Informer. No, I don't know. Probably the last couple of weeks of sparring.
Sam, we know Usyk Chisora's coming up, and a lot of people are like, can Usyk take the power of Chisora? But I mean, if you watch the fight with Joe and Usyk without head guards, I mean, look at the size of Joe. He can whack. People know that. And Usyk didn't seem to be affected.
It's not even about that. Go on Google Marat Gassiev. Marat Gassiev is the biggest puncher I've ever seen. He was to say we went to Big Bear, and I've seen him, and I've seen him on tape as well in the ring with top 10 heavyweights. Marat Gassiev is probably the most heavy-handed fighter I've ever seen. So you only have to look at Usyk fighting him. I mean, I want Derek to win. I'm a Chisora fan. How can you not be? Do you know what I mean? He's like resurrected himself, hasn't he? He's reinvented himself the last 2 years. But look at the fight against Chisora against Ajit Kabayel. Ajit Kabayel doesn't punch as hard as Usyk. He's slower than Usyk, and he nullified Chisora. So times that by 100 is the level that Usyk's at. I just think it's going to be a boxing masterclass from Usyk, in my opinion.
Sam, you made a couple of new signings recently. Tell me about them.
I'm not telling you the other one.
You can only tell one.
No, Ergashev, we've got him on an advisory deal. We're not his manager. We're working with his manager Oleg. It's an advisory deal with Ergashev, and we've got a big new signing coming on Friday.
Well, tell me about Ergashev then.
He's a monster. He's number 4 in the IBF, and he's going to be in line for world titles very soon.
You have acquired a lot of people recently. Obviously, you got one coming up we won't mention who. You've done an advisory deal with Ergashev. Obviously, Johnny's joined. Do you feel like you're getting at full capacity now, or are you willing to sign more people?
We're in talks with one more, but that won't be until next year, and then after that the door's shut.
Of course, Lewie Edmondson did leave and teamed up with Billy Joe and MTK. What happened there?
On great terms. It was on good terms. I know Billy. We speak to Billy all the time, and we're still good mates. I'm still good friends with Lewie. Wish him all the best. Lewie's spending time with Billy Joe, so that's good for his career. I'm not looking to hold anybody back. If that's what, it's a good move for Lewie. Lewie, I like to spend time with all my fighters, and Lewie's like, He's always here and there, but it's like Lewie spending a lot of time with Billy Joe Saunders, and spending time with a lot of time with a two-weight world champion like Billy is good for his career. He's teamed up with Billy and MTK Global. Great move for him.
Announcement soon coming for Lerone Richards.
Yes, there is an announcement coming for Lerone Richards.
Big fight.
Big fight, big news, yeah.
Okay. What about Johnny Fisher? When's he going to be out?
Johnny Fisher, I'm actually going to Matchroom HQ on tomorrow to speak about a couple of things, but a lot about Johnny's debut. We've been told 2 potential dates, and two very, very. He'll be very fortunate to get on either of them.
And just before we go, obviously November 28th, it's quick approaching now. As I said to you in our last interview, one of the best fights I can remember with 2 Brits in a long time. Nervous as this fight gets closer?
To be honest, the fight's been scheduled 25,000 times. It's been scheduled so many times. No, I'm not at the moment. I will be. I'm always nervous when any of my fighters fight. It's going to be a huge night and a huge fight, especially with no crowd as well. It's going to be strange, but no, 100%. Joe's just going to have to. As long as Joe's prepared to the best of his ability, we're confident.
Roll it on. It's, as I said, a huge fight. Sam Jones, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Quick update today, and we'll catch up soon, all right?
That's one, UMAR. Cheers.
Just walk off then.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.